We're just a couple of nerds getting sidetracked with side quests. I'm Adam.
I'm Kaya, and every day is a new side quest.
Hello, Wanderers, and welcome back to the Forgotten City. So last time we met this so-called god. You know, spoilers. He's actually an alien, I guess. That's just so technologically advanced that he comes off as a god. I don't fucking know. But through my conversation with him and then, kind of when everything fell apart, I didn't realize I was supposed to run. It was also really hard to find the crown, so I died. And that sucked. So I don't know how much is left if I escape with the crown, you know? So we're gonna see. So if there's not a lot, you may see some of the same conversation with the god again. If there's still a lot, then I might cut essentially right to that point, give or take. So, we'll see. So if I'm not talking a lot, that may or may not be why. So let's just get right to it and let's go meet a god, part 2. So we're in the vicinity. I went through some of the other dialogue just in case it had an impact on anything. But so this is about when I went through some stuff. I don't know if I want to go down the list. Like, I am curious to, I almost want to start, at abduction. Like, I feel like they may all be the same in general of, him being like, well, if you think that's the same, maybe I should turn you into a golden statue now, because that's all this guy's fucking answers are. But I don't know. I only went through suicide and then I fucked up, so let's just see if he says anything different end result wise with the other things.
Abduction? You mean the magistrate imprisoning his daughter in the cistern, I take it? He did so because she sought to escape. A sin I take particularly seriously.
Oh, escaping
Better
is a
that
sin?
He stops her from escaping, albeit brutishly, than I have to wipe out this entire city to punish her. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Now tell me, what others...
This is kind of what I thought.
The midwife in the palace, yes.
That I feel like everyone is going to be him being like, oh, don't you want this?
The rule is do unto others, meaning other people. Those statues are something else now. Bloodless shadows, mere shapes of their former selves. They are forsaken. What happens to them is no concern of mine.
Seems like an extremely literal interpretation of the rule.
Now tell me, what... You speak of the moneylender. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
You wouldn't want to be trapped in a 30-year labor contract.
And he would never have signed a contract pledging his labor for 30 years. All he did was enforce the terms of a contract signed voluntarily by others.
This god really sucks. The whole concept of that bondage, like slavery, is unethical. It's illegal under international law where I'm from. I mean, at some point, if I'm going down this line to try and get the crown, to try and do the same path, I just have to force him to react. But I don't know, there was one more thing. That was the wrong button.
Supposing you're right. Now tell me. The merchant.
Merchant, he wouldn't want someone else to demand this.
I disagree. Having watched this merchant, that is precisely what he would expect from others, and he would be quite capable of paying the price anyway.
Can't know what he would expect, you're just speculating.
Applying this rule always requires speculation to some degree. It requires us to ask what another person would want if they found themselves in another situation.
Doesn't that make it inherently subjective and unreliable, though?
Not if we're wise enough to know the mind of man.
And you think you know the minds of other people?
Supposing you're right,
Yep,
then
right
my
back
law
here.
has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
I mean, it's not what I want, but I don't know that there's any other conversation left, so unless I just let it play out. Should I just let it play out? But I want the crown, and I don't know if letting it play out will get me the crown. Sure, let's just go for it. I want the crown
When your
again.
desire to be right outweighs
If
your
I
desire
die
to
again,
survive,
then
you
I
will make
will
a fine statue.
play out the other way. I don't know if this part matters, but I mean, I'll take the golden bow.
Do you really think you can wound me? How dare you?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I took it, right? No? 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 Where's... Oh, I did take it. Rewind time. Huh. Let's get out of here. I would serpentine, but I feel like that's actually going to get me killed. Are you fucking kidding me? The parent... God. Fuck off. I don't know if my game froze there or something. Like, it seems like I died, but then I just kept moving. God damn it. Nope, that's not right. Yeah, get fucked. I really want to get this crown.
And here,
Shut your fucking face.
that is mere.
Why do you
I've
consider a sin?
No, this should the agree. The Rome, even
It doesn't seem like you're
Enough.
doing it. Terrible
Do you plan to
sins. Dead bondage.
and you ignoring your irritating sense of moral superiority. This is interesting.
It's customary to take out a loan.
I see.
Huh.
And how long?
Spends typically decades.
I fail to see how your system of loans is significant.
It's not the same thing. I'm right, you
Then you're
know
just,
it.
you will make.
Golden boy.
How
Yeah.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Now let's see if I can actually make it out fucking alive. That would be nice. I don't know if I can fight these guys. I've always just run away from them, which I feel like, you know, when they have shot me, they just fucking kill me so quickly anyways, like... Yeah, see, I thought I died there. Oh my god. Is this the wrong thing to do? Because, like, unless I actually am supposed to shoot them, which I don't know, maybe. I'm going to try this one more time. And at least with that last one, I'm going to try and actually shoot it. And then if not, I don't know, I'll just let the conversation play out. Because clearly, this doesn't seem to be working right now. Or I'm an idiot. Oh, shut your face.
that is mere.
Irresponsible.
This should
Sin.
be even it yet.
Blah 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 blah. Abduction.
He did better.
I disagree with that.
So,
I'm
then
right.
you're just, you will make.
Golden bow.
How
Yeah, her.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Nope. Fuck off. I feel like what I should do is just try and shoot some other ones as I can, but really? Did I get hit by the fire? Did he actually shoot me? Because I hate that if he shot me. I feel like that did nothing. I feel like literally that did nothing, and now I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna die. I'm still alive. I'm going. I don't know what worked or what didn't work, because I feel like I didn't kill it, yet it seems like it stopped shooting at me, so I don't know. No! I'm so close. I'm so close. Rewind time! I did it! I'm not an idiot. But I don't know what this does.
Salve.
Sure, take care of some things.
You? Oh, all right. I'll.
Yeah, just get out of here. Alright. Apparently, I need to rewind time and show him that I have Proserpinus crown. I may need to ask the philosopher for help here. Oh, so can you actually persuade him then?
You, Tantalus.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know if you can or not, but that's interesting. Let's say the temple is this way. I guess I never thought of actually going back to ask the philosopher. I don't know. I don't remember how many endings there were. I think, was there 4? I don't know. But let's just do this. Go back. See if showing him we have the crown does anything. I don't know what it would do, but let's see it. See if it does anything. Proserpinus crown. For what that's worth. I'm just glad I actually made it out alive, so I can sort of see this through.
Salve, friend.
Because I honestly thought that I just fucked up. Okay, everything's still in there. Let's just new save. Save again. Cause like he's a god, so like does rewinding time Pluto. Does rewinding time mean like does he remember? Does it rewind on him? Hades? Like, 'cause I feel like he's a god, so he should know. You would think. He should be like, oh, hey, I know you. You were just here. What the fuck? But I don't know. Just be like Doctor Strange in this shit. That does seem like it literally rewound time.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce no girl, but the one constant, and I've been watching you with, and what is more, that there will be time first.
See this? It's Proserpinus crown. Yeah, fuck, let's just do it right from the start.
I would recognize that anywhere, and yet my beloved still wears hers. What is this? How did you come by it?
I took it from her after I killed her in another timeline. I mean, I don't want to say I killed her. She told me to.
You vile, despicable.
I was gonna say, I don't know why he boasted about it
Why would
either.
you
That's
do
not
such
on
a
me.
thing? And worse still, boast about it.
I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule,
You have put me in an impossible position. If I refuse, you will murder her. And yet, if I agree, I will lose my wager and return to Elysium humiliated and alone.
Yeah. That's kind of the idea.
Perhaps you are cleverer than you
So
appear.
deal with it, bitch.
I do not see that I have a choice in this. Your treachery and savagery have opened my eyes like nothing I have witnessed in 3,000 years. And now you have shown me your species' true colors. And I see that Proserpina was a
I mean, she told me to do
believed
this.
in you at all. This has gone on too long.
Psycho
To let
completed.
go of this form, of her, of all of you. But know this: if I abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend.
We just want to return to the world.
Very well. I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
I know. But why? Because apparently I don't know.
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox. What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time. Now, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You had best pray our paths never cross again, mortal.
You don't come to my world. We're all good. So take that. Fucking bitch. I win. Al, hey. Al.
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Al Worth, I came in here to find you.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Adam.
Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time, learning about the history of this place, and it is extraordinary. I'm fairly certain you and I are the first people to set foot in this city for about 2,000 years. Fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account into a tablet. Apparently, there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even
Interesting,
one person
interesting.
sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them. Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared and told him how to solve the ills of the city, like saving the life of a dying woman,
That was me.
foiling an assassination attempt,
That was me.
and so on.
That was me.
Meanwhile, the oracle walked up to the temple of the mysterious god, this one right here,
And I
demanded
told him
an
what's what.
audience. And the doors just opened up to him. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered.
I mean, it's probably because they were
What became
set
of
free.
him and
sort
the
of
other
thing.
people who lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
Actually, that was me.
What? Oh, I see. For a moment there, I thought you were serious. Anyway, I think I found a way out to
Okay.
the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Follow me.
I'm right behind you, buddy. Ah. You boarding it up again?
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into the...
Good idea.
Go on ahead.
Bye, Al. I'm gonna go see if Karen's here too. Considering she was a part of the god. Or worked with the god, so I don't know if she would technically be here too, or because it's the paradox, she still technically exists. Looks like she still exists.
You're back! But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
No, I found him. He'll be here in a sec.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
Your real name was Karen.
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions. You can just call me Charon, if you like. I do not enjoy deceiving people. That most people find comfort. That you died, of course. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld.
How did I die?
Most souls, ask yourself.
Yeah, I want
As
to know.
you were explored.
Because I already know this.
A
This is
nearby
all
hiker
the
saw
same as
scuffle
when I
break out.
saved
You both fought bravely, but your assailants were
Scintilla
armed.
before.
There was nothing. He died instead. That man, you were each in possession. Perhaps you have heard the tales of. Well, a long time ago, my orders were simple. That is a question you would have
I just
to
did
I'm
ask
just
him.
Only now, I find myself. There is nobody else to. I see no point in keeping you here.
Unless because I didn't
But I have to
ask
one
them
thing,
that, you
that
know,
keep
I
this to yourself.
didn't have
Look,
that
Here
information.
comes Al now. Al, it's
I
so
don't
good
know.
to see you. You were gone so
I didn't
long.
think
I
it
thought I'd never
mattered.
see
Maybe
you
it
again.
doesn't.
Kind of lost track of
It's
time
hard
in
to
there.
say.
You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an oracle who confronted a god and undid an ancient...
Sounds like quite a story. You two look exhausted.
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go?
Yep. Ferry us home, ferryman. One year later. Ooh, I didn't have this before. Is that you, Al? Al?
Hey, you made it. It's great to see you again. I read your book, and what the critics said about it. I guess they weren't ready for your theories about the underworld. Anyway, after everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news.
Good news? I'll
So
take
after
good
we
news.
got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius' tablet, and I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you. I just really wanted you to see this for yourself.
See
Why
what,
don't you head
Al?
on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
What do I need to see, Al? Unknown man in cerebral pose. The other warns. What?
You're finally here. Remember me?
Galerius, what?
It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Charon appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours. Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks.
Galerius, I very
Freeing
much
us from the
remember you.
underworld
You were my
and
best bro.
Giving us a second chance at life.
What are you doing with yourself these days, Galerius?
I used Charon's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course. It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
You're with Equitia now? That's awesome,
know.
buddy.
I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged and living together. We're planning to get married next spring. If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you.
No, I'll definitely be there, Galerius. Count me in. It's good to see you, buddy.
Of course. There's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you. So you better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.
Equitia? Hi.
You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you. Galerius told me all about you.
Good to see you too.
So, you're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess,
I mean, in fairness, he wasn't
realize
even
you've put me out
Roman.
of
He
work.
was from
I'm
Elysium.
just teasing.
So,
Actually, and it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this, I'm finding life after religion quite enjoyable.
Really? What are you doing with yourself these days?
Galerius and I are engaged and expecting. We've just bought a lovely
Expecting?
villa in the countryside
Congrats!
with room for a large family, and Dooley too, of course. It feels like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much.
I honestly
to
did not
learn,
expect
and
that
so many
expect
more
that everyone would be
possibilities for our
returned to my
children than
world.
we ever imagined. We're just so thankful for what you did for us, for all of us.
How's Livia?
Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely. In fact, she's here somewhere. If you'd like to ask her yourself.
I'll do that, thanks. Good to see you,
at the
Equitia.
wedding, I hope.
I'll definitely be there. Hey, Dooley.
Hello, I'm Dooley.
I remember who you are.
Galerius said you're very nice and a big helper. Thank you for getting us out of the bad place. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either. There was a lot of shit going
I live
on
at
there.
Galerius and Equitia's house. They look after me now and help me remember when I forget things, like brushing my teeth.
Sorry you never found your treasure, Dooley.
Treasure? Oh, I forgot about that. I like my box.
Is it a TV? Did he get you a
Galerius
TV?
got me a box that tells stories. It's my favourite thing.
I'm glad you're happy. It's good to see you,
Bye-bye.
Dooley. Apparently I got a line of people to talk to.
Hey.
Horatius. Yeah, of
Hi
course
there,
you're in
I'm
the
Horatius.
military. Hi,
I
Horatius.
understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life. And reuniting Scintilla with us.
Scintilla's free too? That's awesome. I didn't even think of that.
Thank you.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm living up north and studying in the military academy in Modena. I'm going to be an officer one day. The world's changed a lot. But some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great,
I definitely
Caesar,
believe that.
Hannibal Barca. Still, I have to keep challenging myself to let go of old ways of thinking and embrace the new. As Seneca wrote, the ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides.
Sorry you never got to see your girl again.
Ah, you remembered that. Thank you. I grieved for a time, but that's done. In the words of Epictetus, as those who rode behind triumphant generals remind them they are mortal, remind yourself your precious one isn't one of your possessions, but something given for now, not forever.
Well said.
Thanks.
Good to see you,
And you.
Horatius.
Farewell.
Goodbye. Cynthia, what's up?
I take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming.
I am the Oracle. It's good to see you.
Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated with Sentius after what happened. I'm not sure
Makes
if you
complete
heard,
sense.
but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the Great Temple. She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister
Hey,
locked up in the
Proserpina
upper system
saved
all
everyone.
that time. But he's been dealt with. He's... you know what? The important thing is we'll never see him again.
That's all I care about. That's awesome. What are you doing with yourself
Anything
these
I
days?
want. I'm a woman of means in a vast new world. I can go wherever and do whatever I please. Of course, I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for me, because it's just awful out there. Barbarians everywhere.
Yeah, something like that. But what did happen to Cynthia?
He's still there, all alone. The last golden statue in the underworld.
Ah, that's perfect.
Trapped in a metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time. Eternal torment. Just what he deserves, if you ask me.
I agree. He did once tell me he wanted to live forever.
Then I suppose he got his wish.
I agree. It's good to
You
see
too.
you, Cynthia.
See you around.
Clearly, I've got to talk to everyone. Yulia.
You're the Oracle, right?
That's me. There's a penis behind you. I'm gonna
Oh,
not
of
look
course.
at that.
Sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save my life. And of course, getting me And all of us out of a terrible situation.
It's the least I can do. What are you doing with yourself these days? Because
Oh,
I gotta
barely
go through all
recognize myself.
everyone.
I'm living
I
in a
gotta
house
figure
share
out
in London with my
what everyone's
wonderful
doing.
girlfriend. And I'm studying English at university. Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever was.
It's a big
Did you
world
know
out
there are
there.
entire continents Rome never knew existed?
I
And you
definitely
can
know
travel
that.
almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry, you already know all that, of course.
I do.
I'm just so excited.
You are in my timeline,
There's so
after
much
all.
to see and learn and write about.
Seeing the world through fresh eyes sounds wonderful.
I have noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are. I hope to change that. One day.
Whatever happened to them,
Last
those
I
people.
heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the Roman Empire, and wound up being committed to a psychiatric hospital.
Of course
As
he
for
did.
Claudia, she was always so viciously unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld.
How fun.
After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me, I can't help feeling a sense of... what's that German word? Schadenfreude?
Yeah, I think you're allowed to feel that way.
Thank you. You're very kind.
What happened to Aurelia?
Ugh. Someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince, and how she was going to be living the high life from now on. Even in your time, life still isn't fair. Apparently, he'd proposed before they'd even met. And last I heard, she'd bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called... what was it? Nigeria?
Ha.
Some people have all the luck.
Yeah, don't worry. Something tells me she's going to get what she deserves.
Well, you are the Oracle, so I suppose I'll take your word for it. Huh. I feel better already. Thank you.
Glad I could help. It's good to see
too.
you.
If you're ever in London, let me know. We can go to bars and drink wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million people who live there.
I'll take you up
I
on
hope
that.
so.
Alright, down the line, Lucretia, what's up?
You are here. It's nice to finally meet you.
Hey, what's
Lucy
up?
is fine. I'm making
Alright,
an
Lucy,
effort to
Lucy.
blend in, as you can see. We are all trying to keep a low profile. If the world
Makes
knew
sense.
we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd never leave us alone. Speaking of which, I wanted to say thank you in person. I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off. So,
I mean, in fairness, he was a dick. What are you doing with yourself these
I'm
days?
studying to get into medical school. As much as I resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive, when it ended, I realized I missed it. So I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly, one patient at a time.
It's good to see you, Lucy.
You too. Don't be a stranger.
Hey, it's Mr. Hermit Philosopher. You got out too?
I take it you're the oracle everybody's talking about. It's a pleasure to
I
find
didn't think you'd get out too. That's awesome. We've met before.
we have. I'm sorry, I don't remember. In any case, I'm Philip. I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive. And it seems I have your Catabasis to thank for it.
What are you doing with yourself these days, Philip?
I'm working as a consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge. Not that I need the money, but I do love being around enlightened minds again.
That sounds about right. Good to see you,
My sincere
Hermit
thanks
Philosopher
once
Philip.
again.
George, buddy, pal.
Greetings. You must be the legendary Oracle. It is a sincere privilege to finally make your acquaintance. I am Georgius.
Good to see you, buddy.
I am told we have you to thank for freeing us from Hades, and for that I am most grateful.
Least I could do. He was a dick. What are you doing with yourself?
I am reacquainting
these
myself
days?
with Greece. It has changed so much over the last 2,000 years, I barely recognize it. This is at once heartbreaking and thrilling. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I will settle down in Santorini in a villa overlooking the Azure Aegean Sea. I hope you will join me there and regale me with the story of how you faced off against the fearsome god of the underworld and won.
Consider me there, buddy. Good to see you.
You too, my friend.
Fabia. Never really talked to you much, but I did save your life, so that's gotta be worth something.
I
Hi.
wanted to say thanks for sending Galerius to save my life. I don't know how you knew, but I would have been crushed by that shrine for sure.
I mean, I knew because I watched you die.
I'm just
So I
happy
figured it
to
out
be here
eventually to tell
with
you not to go there.
and everyone
So,
together again,
you know.
even if it's just for one more night.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
Well, it's not like I have to work with all the silver Charon gave me, so I just do what makes me happy. Mostly that means baking for my friends and looking at memes while binging TV shows in yoga pants. What a time to be alive.
Yep, sounds like you're fitting in well.
Thank you. I really am.
It's good to see you.
You too.
Some soiree, innit?
Oh, Decius, you
Hello at
dick.
last. You must be the oracle I've heard so much about. I'm Decius.
Yeah, what's
And
up,
listen,
you
I wanted to
douche?
express my sincere appreciation for what you did. If it wasn't for you, I'd never been able to sell all those useless old relics I accumulated. Whatever you did in that temple made me a very wealthy man. Thank you.
Well, I hate that. No need to thank me, it was entirely
Such
unintended.
a acerbic wit. I love it.
Yeah.
I took the money I made.
I guess
from
I'll
selling my
figure out what you're
trinkets
doing
and
with
started
yourself.
investing in the stock market. That's where the real money is now. In fact, I was hoping to ask your advice. You being the oracle and future seer and
Can I
all
give
that,
you a terrible
on
advice? I
which
would love
stocks
to
I
see
should
you be
invest in
penniless.
next. I can't decide between fossil fuels, tobacco, gambling, and arms. What would you recommend?
Can't really see the
Oh,
future.
don't be like that. You can tell your old pal Decius. I won't take no.
DVD rentals have a bright future.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go home and buy up as much stock as I can tonight.
Ah, you do that, buddy. You do that. I'll be going now.
Don't let me keep you. Thanks again for the tips, my.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good evening.
Octavia, how's it going?
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Forgot how many people there are in this
I'm
town
thankful
that
that you're
actually
here.
have to talk to
I
them.
was sure the person who drove off the last pagan god would have more important things to do than visit the likes of us. But thank you for coming and for saving our lives. What you did was extraordinary.
No, in fairness, I do appreciate
I'll
it because
never
they're all just talking about how awesome I am and how
I'm living
I
in
saved
Rome
their
again,
lives.
in a charming
so.
little flat by the Tiber. Not far from my old place. Oh, and I'm training to be a crisis counselor. After you sent Galerius to persuade Ulpius not to take his own life, I was inspired. I just want to spend the rest of my life helping people, like you helped him.
Well, that's a noble cause. Good on you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Good to see
And
you.
you. Oh, and I hope this isn't too forward, but some of us are going out for a drink after this, if you'd like to join us.
Yeah, I'm in.
Wonderful.
I don't think I have anything.
see
They
you
didn't show me a schedule or anything, so. Livia.
Greetings.
Hey,
Thank you
sane,
for your
crazy
kind
person.
words and for liberating us all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium.
What are you doing with yourself these
I'm
days?
recovering. Octavia was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while, at least until I'm well enough to be independent again.
Any read any good poems lately?
You remember that? I'm a little tired of Ovid, but that's all right. I have 2,000 years worth of poetry to catch up on now. I'm already up to the 19th century and am quite enjoying the work of a fellow named Poe.
That's a good
I think I
one.
may have found a kindred spirit. Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence.
Well said. Good to see
And
ya.
you, farewell.
There's so many people to talk to. Hey, it's Kabosh, you jerk. Sending me down that hole.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Oracle.
Thanks, Kabosh.
You know my name? Oh, of course. You are an Oracle. You know many things. I too would like to offer my thanks for releasing us from that place, and for your role in bringing us here. This world is truly wondrous.
What are you doing with yourself these
For
days?
a time, I returned to Alexandria, but they have no need of another fisherman, and I came to see there is nothing for me there. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youths and backpack the world. It is a great adventure, and I have met many people from many cultures. I spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Now, I think it is time I had some fun.
That's good on you, buddy.
Indeed.
Good to see you.
Thank you, Oracle.
Got plenty of other people to talk to, though.
Hi.
Hello there.
Scintilla, you're alive. You're free.
I go by Gabriella now.
That's fair.
I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name.
That's fair.
After you drove Pluto off, Proserpina came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him.
Sounds like you got what you deserved. I mean, I did have an idea. I saved you before. Well, what are you doing with yourself these
I'm
days?
living with Ulpius on a little vineyard in Umbria. It's even more wonderful than I dreamed it would be. I'm so grateful to you for making sure he's still with us. If you're ever passing through the region, I hope you'll come and visit us. You can try some of our very own wine.
Ah, you're making your wine. I just might do that then. It's good to see you.
You too.
Ulpius, what's up,
It's
bro?
nice to finally put a face to the name. I'm Ulpius.
Yeah, I already know you.
I
Good to see you.
understand I have you to thank for sending Galerius to save my life.
Yeah.
The way you just showed up out of the blue and stopped me from making a terrible mistake. I'll be forever in your debt.
What are you doing with yourself
I'm
these
living
days,
with Gabriella
Ulpius?
in Umbria. We finally bought the little vineyard we always dreamed of. It'll be a little while before we know what we're doing, but every day I look at her and this extraordinary new world with all its beauty, and I think, what if I'd given up hope and missed out on all of this? So we're living each day to the fullest. And we end them all the same way, sitting together on our terrace with a glass of our wine, which the locals say is almost drinkable now, and watching the sunset.
I feel like I might want a rain check on, you know, coming over to visit and having some of your
couldn't be
wine.
happier.
Because if it's just drinkable now, maybe give it like a year or something. I don't know.
Wouldn't be here without you.
Good to
too.
see you, Ulpius. On to the next one. Rufius and Virgil. How you guys doing?
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you too,
I go by
Rufus.
Rufus now.
Rufus. Alright, that's
New
fair.
Start, new name. Oh, and thanks, by the way, for what you did. Sorry, I'm no good with the mushy stuff.
That's fair. What are you doing with yourself these days?
I live with Virgil in Rotterdam, not far from where he grew up. It's very modern. Destroyed in the war, and it rebuilt itself. Good place for a fresh start. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with my life yet. One adjustment at a time.
That's a fair point. Good to see
You
you,
too.
buddy.
Look us up next time you're in the Netherlands. We're grateful.
Will do. Alright. Virgil, I think you're the last one, and then maybe go talk to Al.
It's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard
This
so
is
much
so
about
many
you.
people in this town. I forgot of how many people I'd actually have to talk to once I started talking to them all.
I wanted to thank you personally for getting us out of there. And for helping Rufus come to terms with himself. He may come off a little gruff, but once you get past that, he's a lovely fellow.
Well, I'm glad you two seemingly found each other. What are you doing with yourself?
I'm
these
studying to be
days?
an architect again, and living with Rufus in our beautiful flat in Rotterdam. just down the river from Nijmegen, where I grew up. Of course, it's improved immensely since I was there last. Gleaming futuristic buildings and clean streets.
Never
full
realized
of
he was
educated,
Dutch, or
accepting
that he
people.
was at least
You
born in
natives
the
of
Netherlands.
the 21st century have no idea how fortunate you are.
I mean, that's definitely fair, but
You too.
it's good to
As
see a
Rufus
virtual.
said in his own laconic way, if you're ever in the Netherlands, we'd love to show you around. It's the least we could do.
I'll take you up on that, buddy.
Hi.
I already talked to you. Alright, goodbye, everyone. Look at that. What you got, Al?
There you are. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. I
Proserpina?
think you know her.
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long, long time.
I recognize that voice.
Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you for freeing all these people, and me. I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention.
Let's see. Now we got a lot to talk to you. You were whispering to me all along?
Indeed. Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry
That's
my
clever.
messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected.
That's fair. You did what you could, and I appreciate it. But you created the time loop
I
too?
did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would
Yeah,
not
Pluto's
survive.
a dick, by the way.
So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many
Oh, so
second
that's why the
chances as they
time
needed
worked,
to
'cause it
avoid
was
his wrath.
outside of his,
So I
like,
whispered to
purview,
Sentius
his
instead, telling him the prayer required to create a portal in my shrine. I knew the danger of humans being corrupted by godly power, and so I put a safeguard in place. I required the creator of the portal to sacrifice their own life, so that it could only be used selflessly to help others. What I did not anticipate is that Sentius would retain his accumulated memories from each previous day, and as a veteran soldier, he had long since shed his fear of death. He quickly discovered that
Yeah,
he
that
could,
one
in
backfired
effect,
on you,
prolong his
didn't
own
it?
life indefinitely by exploiting the cycle. Of course, once I had taught him the prayer, I could not unteach him, and there was little I could do but wait for someone like you to come along and see him for what he was.
The
We're
giant
all fortunate you
tool.
came along when you did.
Anyways, what became of Pluto?
I don't know what happened to him. I haven't
Fuck
heard
off
from
back
him,
to Elysium,
and I rather
apparently.
hope it stays that way.
Oh, good to know. What about Karen?
Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind.
Oh.
She wouldn't say what it was, but I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again. I imagine we all will, one day.
Interesting. It's nice meeting you, Proserpina, and I appreciate all of the help that you
And
gave
you.
me.
Although it feels like I've known you forever.
I mean, you
and
kind of
one last
have.
thing. Do you remember all those golden statues scattered throughout the city?
I do. It's hard to
Good.
forget them.
Because they remember you. Well done, my friend. Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close to achieving what you did. Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.
The canon ending. Well, shit. Ending 4-4. Goddamn. That was just all the happy ending you could expect. All the sweet, the good, you know, the tear jerking, the heartwarming, all of that stuff. I did not expect it to go that long, though. I apologize for this being a longer episode, but I I wanted to finish it, and I did, and then it just kept going. So I feel like just me talking to everyone took, you know, a good 20-30 minutes. I don't know, but goddamn, feels nice to get the ending that I wanted, the ending I was going for, the good ending, the canon ending, as it were. Yeah, geez, I really enjoyed that game. I love that game. It was super well done, super fun. You know, well written, well voiced, well thought out, like with everything, like even in terms of, again, the time loops of, you know, being able to just, hey, you're restarting, but that doesn't mean you actually have to restart. You can kind of just quickly jump back to where you were. Like that was still just awesome. And I feel like more games should do that. I don't know that I've played a lot of games that are those true kind of roguelite-y games, but damn, that was awesome. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect the feels, the nice ending with everyone joyful and all the douchebags put in their place. Sentius turned into a fucking golden statue. Malleolus crazy. His wife apparently drinking herself to death. Decius technically, seemingly came out good, but I told him to get some DVD rentals, so he's hopefully just fucking falls to pieces now, because he's kind of a douche. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I really have much else to say. That was the ending I wanted. That was the ending I was actually going for. So this is the end of the playthrough. Appreciate everyone for sticking around, for, you know, joining me on this journey. And I really enjoyed this game, and I would love to play another game like it, or I don't know, even play through this again. It was really enjoyable. I don't know if they would make a sequel or, you know, a spiritual successor. But if they do, I'm definitely playing it, because this was awesome. So I didn't let the credits play last time. Since this is now the end, I will let them play through, especially since at this point this video is already long enough. What's, you know, a little bit more to let the credits roll. So yeah, I appreciate everyone sticking through. This has been The Forgotten City. Look forward to something else starting after this. I have had a couple ideas. We'll see what I decide on for the next playthrough, but I hope you enjoy that one, and I hope you stick with that one as well. And also check out Amnesia the Bunker and any of our other playthroughs on the channel. We'd really appreciate that. And hey, if you like stuff, let us know, or let other people know. Share our stuff, whatever. I don't know. I'd really appreciate anything like that. Obviously it does a lot, but yeah, I'm going to get out of here. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see everyone in the next one, whatever that might be. Until then, goodbye.